Hey guys, it's Erika. Welcome to my first listen for ENHYPEN's Orange Blood, their new mini album. I'm gonna be checking out 4 of the songs here, just to kind of keep it like, because if I do like the Bella Porch feature, then it has to become 2 parts, and then it'd be like one song and then that one, and it's the title track already. So just to kind of keep the energy kind of consistent, because I feel like it would be a weird break in the energy for the last part. But I'm really excited to dive into this. ENHYPEN's B-sides never disappoint. Anytime I'm like listening to a new one, it always ends up in my playlist. Their quality of their music is always up there, and I really enjoyed it. Especially the last one was really good. That one's probably overall is my favorite. Dark Blood? Because it's like Dark Moon, Dark Blood, Dark Blood. Really excited. So we're going to be doing Immortal, Sweet Monster, Blind, and Orange Flower. There's also Sweet Venom, the English version, and then the one featuring Bella Porch, which I probably should have listened to on my own and probably given my thoughts here. But anyways, I'm never prepared. You don't come here for that, but yeah, I'm gonna be doing code alert videos for this one. If anything's wrong, please don't kill the messenger. I just find it the best so we can both follow along together. Really excited to be checking this out. I wonder if the whole vibe is actually gonna be different, because Sweet Venom is so different as like a title track for them. Really excited. First one up, we have Immortal. Just overall really excited. They are well, it depends on the timeline. Are we currently vampires or are we not? Because then that says if they're immortal or not. But anyways, Immortal, you know, with it, like, oh, dialogue. Hello.
불멸하는 것은 오직 필멸뿐. Every world is bounded, and so winter eventually gives way to spring.
Was this in their trailer or no? All the languages. I don't remember if it was the trailer or not.
Regret, shame. I've tasted their bitter dregs.
So exaggerated.
너를 위해 얼마든지 벌어주겠다고 다짐했고, 날 기다리는 것이 텅 빈 채 침전하는 결말이라 해도 그것이 너에게로 가는 길이라면 괜찮았다.
And then the vocals just come in like crazy. It's interesting to get so much of the song be, did I say dialogue? Yeah.
Such is my being.
And back into it.
You reach out.
君という光をこの瞳に宿して僕が僕でいられるように温かい息吹を吹き込んでくれた今の僕を作ってくれた
You made me whole.
나를 완성해 주었다.
그럼에도 여전히 영혼에 남아있는 저주의 초라한 흔적.
化け物の心臓はこの愛もいつかは終わるのだと叫んでいる
But even if I'm still tainted by the curse, even if this love won't last forever, so what? 너 없이 영겁의 시간을 보낼 바에야 유한한 시간 속을 너와 함께
I think just later talking about just like the beauty of like mortality. When they start singing, it hits so.
A flower is beautiful For its bloom is not eternal. I know that now. Thoughts of mortality shall no longer bind me to this world.
후회하지 않도록 지금 이 순간 최선을 다해 널 사랑하는 것. 限りあるからこそ美しい僕らを守るために今という時間を生きること。
When you open your eyes, remember these reasons. The unwavering orange bright sunrise reminds me.
That was interesting. Because like most of the times when there's like any sort of like dialogue in there, it's like a skit. So I think they could have done like well, the way they kind of structured it, I don't know if a skit would work. Because skits are kind of they're mostly in like hip hop albums. They're not necessarily. Some of them can be like dramatic or whatever, but it could be like an event or something, or just captured audio of like a moment or whatever, even though they can be scripted or not scripted. But yeah, so Immortal, when they start singing, it is so powerful, it is so amazing, the vocals are great, but I'm probably not gonna add this one to my playlist just because of the talking in there, because it's like, it's important for the album, I think, and the comeback, but I don't know, like, just like listening to it on my own free will, I don't know if I will do and stuff, because again, the talking, because it's just like it's such like a weird breakup of energy, you know what I mean? Like I don't go from listening to audiobooks to music, like it's either or, you know what I mean? But I still think it's really, really cool to have. To have it as the first one kind of like makes sense and stuff, like a bit of like an intro into the concepts they're exploring for this one. Mortality, because you know they're vampires, so that comes with most lore of being a vampire, I guess. It comes with immortality. So the song, do I say lyrics? What it's talking about, you were listening the same as me, it's the sort of beauty of mortality and how sometimes, yeah, that can be like scary, that everything is so finite and everything is going to have an end to it, but there's also that's also kind of what is so beautiful and kind of what makes life the way it is, and the way how it makes it that much more precious and that much more of a thing to celebrate, because it's not going to be forever, you know what I mean? So whether you can use that as an analogy for like a relationship or for literal life itself, it's there. So yeah, that was very interesting though. Yeah, so but again, like I'm just not going to add it to my playlist because of all the talking and stuff, but the vocals are kind of crazy there, and maybe it is a little maybe it just hits a little more different because you're hearing them talk versus if they were singing what they were saying. But yeah, so that one was very interesting. But yeah, so, and that's the first one, and then we get into Sweet Venom. Talk about a vibe change, girl. And then the next one is still Monster. So they may be mortal, but I guess still a monster. I don't know. I'm trying to connect it. There may be no connection. But yeah, so really, really excited to be checking out this one. So yeah, let's get Still Monster. Yeah, it's kind of a, like, going from Sweet Venom to this kind of flows nicely. Ooh! Mm-hmm. Ooh! Not a crazy drop, but it's still nice. Again, the quality of the music, it's always gonna be there. And vocals crazy. And the song's vibey. It's a vibe. And when that guitar comes in, and this part, like the vocals are crazy. The lyrics are fantastic as well. Okay, outro. All right, I like that one a lot. I mean, the quality of the music is always insane with ENHYPEN, and this is no different. Yeah, the lyrics are really great here. Vocals crazy as always. But yeah, I kind of like how it is still like a chill vibe. If this was a lot more chill of just like an album overall, like I get it. Just because, well, it's also kind of like a little bit seasonal. Like, I don't know if it's just today, it's so gloomy outside that I'm just like feeling the vibes of like this song or whatever. But yeah, that song is really a vibe. It really is. I like it. I think the lyrics are beautiful. The production of it is really great as well. And vocals crazy as always. It's what they do. So yeah, Still Monster was really great. And I think also going from like Sweet Venom to Still Monster is a really good like transition if we're talking like the structure of the album and what songs are placed where. Like it kind of flows real nicely into it. But yes, the next one is Blind. So yeah, really excited to be also checking out this one, listening What Are We Doing, you know. So yes, Blind, let's go. Where are we going? Where are you taking me? Yeah, still kind of like okay. The vocals crazy. Okay, so the drop's sort of like just a build on the song itself, which is very interesting to hear. Okay, post-chorus. Yeah, the chorus just feels like a build upon this part of the song. But it's kind of cool to hear a song structured in this way, especially like a K-pop song. The song kind of does make like sounds that it's like blinding, blurring lights flashing by you. You know what I mean? The pre-chorus is really nice too. Like you're in a club and there's flashing lights and then there's laser lights and there's smoke effects and everything. That type of vibe. Nicki's parts of songs always just like stop me in my tracks.
Give me your love to me. Now wait a minute. Give me your love to me.
Nice. I like that one too. I think that song's really, really great. It's not like super upbeat. In there is like the like heavily, slightly overproduced kind of like sound to it, but it's not like all the vibes are still kind of like within here. Like we never get too crazy with the songs, at least so far. What if like Orange Flower just like the crazy song? I feel like it might be like a ballad though. But yeah, so like the album definitely is having like a really interesting vibe. And I guess, well, when you think about the color orange, it's kind of like, I don't know, there's like a slightly calming effect to it. So like kind of like calling the album Orange Blood and kind of giving like a little bit more of like a low-key moment for a lot of the songs, it kind of does make sense, you know what I mean? If I'm thinking about the project like overall. But yeah, so the last song we're gonna be checking out is Orange Flower, You Complete Me. I'm expecting this to be maybe some sort of like a ballad type of number because that's how most albums are ended. But it could be just so different. But anyways, you know what, let go. Nope, it's poppy. Very Western pop. I mean, when I first like heard the song, when the first like few beats started happening, you kind of know exactly where the song is gonna go. But kind of like, dare I say, narratively, the songs all tie into each other very nicely. All right, that's the full mini album, question mark, because sometimes stuff gets called EPs, but yeah, I really enjoyed it. It definitely is a very, very different vibe, and I mean, I think they kind of set that with like Sweet Venom and kind of just like that already being such a different vibe for ENHYPEN, but the B-sides are all really, really great sounding songs. Orange Flower, yeah, once you sort of hear the beat kick in, you know kind of exactly where the song is gonna go, because that's how these types of songs are. But yeah, Blind's really good. Still Monster's good. Mortal, it's good, but it's just very different because of like the dialogue like within there or whatever. Again, like I would normally associate, if you're gonna have that type of thing, it'd be like a skit or whatever, but I never added like skits to my playlist anyways either. But yeah, but I enjoyed it. I kind of like it. It does really kind of evoke like an orange type of feeling, you know what I mean? Just like you can look at the lyrics throughout the album. Oh my god, my camera's gonna die, really. But like, yeah, the sort of color, orange, and think about like when you're looking at that color, what does it kind of make you feel? There's like a little bit of like a warmness to it, not too much, but there's very much like it's almost like a calming thing, whether you're looking at like a sunrise or like a very orange sunset, you know what I mean, or like an orange flower. Like how does that make you feel? I feel like the album really kind of like portrays that throughout its concepts very well, and with the sound of the song not being too like overproduced and still kind of very well, it's not that they're not overproduced, but like so much more of like a low-key kind of vibe, is very, very interesting to get from ENHYPEN, because I feel like their music hasn't always like had this vibe for like one album on its own, and I think a lot of groups that came out in their generation, fourth generation, they kind of gave them a lot of room to experiment with the B-sides, with title tracks, with concepts and stuff. So whenever something is drastically different, it's not very, very surprising. I think at this point I'm very conditioned to sort of expect just a lot of different sounding types of songs and concepts, but the album is really, really good and stuff. A top-down listen in terms of like it works really, really well. I think just each song kind of flowing into each other. Well, maybe not like going from Sweet Venom English to the Blood and Bella Porch. That's a little bit of like an interesting vibe, but just like the 4 B-sides and the title track work really, really well together, and I kind of like how it is just all this vibe, and that had to switch out the battery really quick. But yeah, but I do like the vibe of the album overall. I wonder how other engines are gonna feel about it, because it is just like so different sounding. Like overall, the quality of the music is still there. But yeah, even when they would do, yeah, like they never really kind of done this type of like sound overall for like but I love it how it kind of sits alone as like a project itself, and how this album kind of really, they took a very conscious effort into making the album sound the way that it is, because of the title track, because of just like the B-sides, and really sort of carrying the project as an album overall, and the sound that it's doing, the concepts that they're exploring within the album, I think are tied together very beautifully, and I really can appreciate an album for doing that, for taking because not every single album sort of tells a story or really kind of carries concepts throughout every single song, or you know, that sort of thing, especially within the B-sides for this one. So I really, really appreciate and love the album for doing that, and kind of taking the concepts that they are exploring, love and mortality and orange, throughout everything, and sort of just really just putting it again throughout like all the B-sides, because I think albums can tie together really nicely within their sound and like an overall vibe, but to have it be like so consistent and so present for this album, I really love and I really appreciate it for that itself. But yeah, I'll add the 3 ones where they're singing the entire time to my playlist. So Orange Flower, Blind, and Still Monster. Again, it's not that Mortal's bad, it's just it would break up my vibes in all my crazy playlists that always have crazy breaks in vibes. But overall, I think the album is really great, and I think it's really something to appreciate from ENHYPEN, to sort of get this and sort of get these different vibes, and again, the concepts that they are doing for this one, I really, really love and really, really appreciate to get that for them. You know, and sort of all the vampirism, yeah, they did a really fantastic job with like all of that, and overall, yeah, I really enjoyed what I was hearing and stuff. I still would say like I think I have like a deep and appreciation for what they did with this album and a love for it. But I think just like in terms of, and it's like hitting like the right parts of my brain, but like for me personally, I still would probably listen to the B-sides of Dark Blood a little bit more just because they hit so different, you know what I mean? And I would just prefer that one for the sound and the music that they did with that, but for the concepts and the more, I guess, deeper breakdown of the lyrics, deeper breakdown of the concepts, and the deeper appreciation for like what they were doing overall, I think is for this one. So yeah, it's kind of like, they're kind of like, for me, I kind of put them in two separate categories because I'm like, this is the music, this is the concepts, and what gets me thinking and feeling and all the other things, you know what I mean? So I genuinely appreciate it for being that. Go to put your thoughts and comments down below what you thought about ENHYPEN's Orange Blood, their album, mini album, EP, whatever they call it. I'm looking around like I got the album laying around and I don't. I do have an ENHYPEN one. It's the one with Pass the Mic. Forgot, is that the name of it? I don't remember. But yes, your thoughts, comments down below. If you like this video, give this video a thumbs up. If you liked me and you want to see more of my videos, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you want to see my videos the second they come out, hit that notification button. If you want to follow me on social media, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, or description down below at the end screen. If you like gaming content, I have a gaming channel. It's called Erika Just Games. Links in the description down below. Currently playing Horizon Zero Dawn, so if you could join me over there for that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Love you, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Venom.